Oh, they don't care about fairness.
Oh, no, they don't care.
No, none of them do.
Thing that I'm worried about, then they had the brilliant notion to put him in a cell with the guy that attacked him.
Well, what happened with the guy? The guy.
He hears voices.
The guy
He's
attacked Jared.
schizophrenic.
He has something because he attacked Jared because he thought Jared said something about him.
From
then-
behind.
Jared.
He's going like this to his head. I don't know
God.
if he had a concussion. He could have brain damage.
Well, he might have headaches because down there, I mean, there's in Florida, that's the worst part.
They haven't even set
A date yet.
right. And he's afraid, and so am I, that this guy might hear something. He thinks he hears something, and he'll go after him again.
Especially like if Jared's sleeping because you're sharing a
So,
cell
But
together.
I don't know why they're in the same cell.
Yeah, I
I
don't know. You don't
that
either.
they're-
The whole thing's messed up.
Jared's still dark hair, right?
I don't know. I
Because he
think
was
so.
doing so good for a while, you
I
know.
don't know.
Usually the guards are pretty good with him.
Not down there, they're not. They don't give a damn about you at all.
You know, Florida's a tough state. They're bad.
Florida and Texas are the worst.
They're horrible. Everybody, I told you, my friend's son, he's serving 30 years for something he didn't do. And he's still in jail and it's 33 years.
I'm just afraid something's going to happen to him.
Well, of course he would be.
And then the prison also.
And you're not allowed to communicate with him?
He calls me. The thing is, when he
Because he
went to
just got out of the hole.
solitary,
Or whatever.
they took everything away from him.
Sure they do.
He doesn't even have his
But
glasses.
they lost it.
Oh,
All his
Jesus.
belongings.
Are you allowed to send him glasses?
I'm not allowed to send him anything. They won't even let him go to the kiosk to order something.
Oh, jeez. Because of this guy. But this guy got no punishment?
Oh, he got the same thing probably. I don't
When
know.
did this happen?
Saturday, he said.
Jeez.
But there was something else I wanted to ask you before I forget. It has nothing to do with Jared.
Okay.
When I was here,
Months ago.
I think it was January.
Yes.
You told me that a woman I knew died.
Right.
And I said, I don't know anybody that died.
Okay.
I just found out a couple months ago, my sister died in December.
Yeah.
And no one ever told me.
That's pretty damn rotten of the family.
I'm not even in the obituary.
Why'd they do that?
I haven't spoken to her in a few
Years.
years.
Like 6.
I think it's 8.
Okay.
I don't
Okay,
know.
they're going to move Jared.
Huh?
He's going to be moved to a
When?
new cell block.
Oh,
I'm not sure when. It shows here they're trying to move things around. And this other guy may be put in a hospital that's different.
that's what I asked you. I said, if this guy has a,
He's schizophrenic.
yeah, why
but-
aren't they in a separate area? And he said, so many of them down there are.
Yeah, because they have a psychiatric, criminally insane is what it's
I
called.
know.
And I think they're going to evaluate him. Okay? And it looks like Jared might be moved.
Is he going to be hurt anymore?
No.
He's got a black eye, and he's like,
Oh, I'm
that's...
sure he does.
No, I mean, when the guy was hitting him from behind.
I know.
Never said one word.
But here's what amazes me. That's all on film.
You would think.
Now, you know they've got cameras in there.
Unless they found a blind spot. Because I know that happens sometimes, but
He
is this
does,
guy
but
smart
I don't-
enough?
They don't necessarily have it right in the cell.
Yeah.
But they do have it in the hall and by
Yeah.
the cell. So, you know what? I
Oh,
just
no.
don't understand why he's back in there. Why he would
Nobody
risk it.
does.
Yeah, but they had something enough to put him there.
It was because he left the program. Where the therapist kicked him out.
Right.
And that violated probation.
I don't even know why she kicked him out.
They were splitting hairs. She didn't like that he was more forthcoming with information to the person who was doing the lie detector and
Oh,
less
I
to
see.
her.
I have never met anybody that didn't like Jared. He's got that
Well,
type
he
of
was a smooth
personality.
talker.
Huh?
Is he still talking to this girlfriend? Or wife?
Fiance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's sticking by him.
So far.
I
How
don't know.
many years is this going to be this time?
But see, they have. This is the thing.
Here's the thing. I don't think it'll be as long as they say.
Okay, I'll think about it.
This all
What
depends when he
happened
leaves.
was,
This prison, I mean.
when he had the hearing, in July.
Yes. Well, see, I haven't talked to you since January.
I was not here in between.
I knew he went to jail, but he hadn't had a hearing when I spoke with you.
Okay. His lawyer, he got a very good lawyer, and this
Good.
bitch of a prosecutor wanted him to stay 8 years. And
I don't have that.
Even after they signed the deal at the hearing, she wanted to renege on it, and the lawyer's like, "No, we already agreed to this."
That's right. So,
and they never said when the
well, it's from the time he
release
went to
date.
jail. They're going to give him credit for time served.
He's been in there a year. I mean, day after tomorrow.
But what's the agreement, though?
We don't know.
Well, April 2024.
Yeah, this is the thing. If you're
So it's 2 years, right?
if you're in where he's at, it's a
Yeah.
reception center. You don't get 10 days of game time. You get
Okay.
4 days, which is
Well,
going.
that might be why I see them moving him.
Oh, I hope so. You don't see when.
Actually, pretty quick.
Because it's normally supposed to be, what, 7 weeks, Jared said, right?
6 weeks. He's been there 7 weeks.
Okay, because he got in touch with his lawyer. He can email his attorney, or you guys can,
He doesn't have a lawyer anymore. We just used him for this.
for the defense.
Yeah. So there's no longer any.
But I
lawyers
still think
involved.
we should be able to contact the lawyer to ask him.
Contact the attorney and find out.
Yeah.
Because I have him moved before November 1st.
That's his birthday.
Okay, well, he'll be in another jail by then.
I
'Cause
hope that's enough time, because in order to get the April release date, he has to have served 85% of the sentence.
Right, well, on here they're going to move him. And
You remember this?
yeah, he will. He always does. But here's the thing, I have him being released. Actually, I don't know how he can do this, but it looks like he might get out instead of like April. They'll let him out in February or March. They're
That's
going to
what
give
we were
him
hoping
from
for
when he was
before.
arrested.
He was arrested on October 12th.
Right, so you figure, okay, so he would go this whole year. This year's almost done.
Right.
Okay, so he's already there a year. Today's the 8th. So you figure that's a year. And then next October, and then he would serve till February, and that would be it.
Yeah, because originally he chose to stay in longer.
Because
Yeah.
there wouldn't be any probation.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to deal with that jackass.
Right, and he won't have to now. I think they're going to, because they're changing the laws a lot too. I mean, each state to state. But I know how people are, because that's just the way it is. You always encounter people that their little bit of power went to their head.
Well, that bitch certainly did.
But he'll get out on here. It's February 25th.
Did it say
And
that
he'll be
there?
moved to another jail.
We were hoping that he could go back to the one he was released from last February, which is
That's more than likely where they would send him.
You think so?
Yeah. Because that's the type of prison it is.
Well, because of his little shenanigans, he can still try to get in the faith-based prison, which is where there's nice people, but he can't get into, it's called
Incentive?
incentivized, because
Right.
he now has this fighting thing on,
Which
and even though
isn't
he didn't
fair.
fight.
It isn't, but if we go to the faith-based one, I think that's going to look better for him.
Oh yeah.
And the prison that had him before would take him.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice place.
Yeah, because they have to move. Prison never is nice.
I meant
Yeah.
as compared to the other
This
places.
place
It's tolerable.
is at, yeah, this place isn't. He sticks to himself, doesn't talk to anybody. Just
He's
kinda-
terrified this guy's going to attack him.
Well, I can understand why.
And he says it won't do any good to say something to the guards. They don't give a damn.
That's
No,
why we're
they
hoping
don't.
the lawyer might push up
That's
in
why
for
I
his
thought
safety.
The lawyer. Yeah.
He might
You're
ask
fearing
for
for
more
his
money.
I don't.
safety.
We already said we'd pay.
I know that.
Look, his brothers are going to help you. You don't have any
know
other
that.
choice but to legally go through it. If you get in touch with the attorney,
Yeah.
they're closed on Monday, but you can talk
Yeah.
to him Tuesday. Email him, speak to him, say, hey, I need you to help explain this. If it costs more, we're going to do it. Please help us out.
Yeah, because
We just don't understand.
Because he got him a good deal.
Right. We don't understand why they haven't set a release date yet.
Because he's not out of that place.
Yeah, why haven't they transferred him though?
Well, honey, you know they do everything in slow motion.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there's not room for people.
and the problem we also have is Mom and Jared both are like, it's pointless contacting the lawyer. They're
No,
done.
it's not
I know,
pointless.
I agree with you, but they're all negative.
No,
No,
you
I-
can't.
Oh,
I
no,
will-
you weren't. You were settling,
I'm
which
Yeah,
irritates
but here's
me.
the thing. If you accept it, then nobody's going to do it.
Oh, they both accept it.
You can't do that.
Yes, you do.
She can't accept it because that's her son, and she doesn't want him hurt. But Jared, you can't do that because he's got to get his ass out of there and never go back, and don't ever go back to damn Florida or anywhere else.
No. I did try to call him into prison today.
Yeah, today I'm telling you, when you originally...
I know that.
Honey, you're his mother. Here's the problem.
Hmm?
They expect, like some lady told me about my son, he's over 18.
Mm-hmm.
He can handle this himself.
I agree to an extent. I mean, his options are limited in there.
They are because they're not giving him anything to communicate.
Yeah.
If he could send an email, it'd be done.
Oh, yeah, he definitely would, yeah.
You gotta let him do it.
I tried calling classification, which
Right.
were, and this woman was so damn
They're horrible.
rude to me.
They're horrible.
Once in a while, you'll get a nice one,
Takes a long time to get one.
but this
Probably a
one,
new one.
I hate to be racist, but this woman was
It's
a
okay.
black person,
Black
woman.
bitch. That's what they
She
are.
was-
Some of
Which
them.
you would
She's
think she'd understand, because I'm sure she has family in prison. Which is wrong of me to say, but...
No, but a lot of times they do. But when they get a position of power, they use it.
Goes
Yeah.
to her head.
That's what it is. But he'll be moved, so looks like pretty quick here before November 1st. He'll be in another jail, and I'm hoping it could be within in a week. But if you get on the lawyer,
Yeah,
he'll make a couple calls because they're only allowed to have him in there so long.
yeah. Because the lawyer's paralegal,
She's so nice.
she's so nice. I never spoke with her.
Yeah.
But she always spoke with Mom a lot. So that's why I wanted Mom to speak with her.
I'm going to get hold of her.
Well, if you can, you could speak with her.
Yeah.
Just somebody has to say the right thing.
Yeah.
That's all. Do it next week so we can get him out of there.
I'm going to. Do you?
I mean, he doesn't have a death card. We're okay with that. And they do have doctors there so they can check him up. Well, sometimes
He's
they...
been trying to see a doctor for the last year. He thinks he has Parkinson's disease. All he does is shake. Like he's having convulsions.
But not his whole body, though. It's just like,
His arm.
yeah, one arm.
He has a tremor, but that could come from a neck injury too.
You see?
Well, see, a doctor checks you out when you go to the other prison. Like when they put him in the place he's going to stay, he can go and get checked out.
Like a physical?
Yeah, they give him that because they want to make sure that they don't have like they check you for hepatitis and
Yeah.
they check you for crazy stuff like
Anything that could spread.
bed bugs, lice, stuff like that. Or
COVID.
anything else. So,
Is there anything you could tell me about my sister?
I can see what I can get, sure.
I
What's
was
her
told,
name?
Sherry.
Okay.
I was told by someone else that she died from COVID. Now she had a heart condition.
Yeah, she did, but you can pull up online her obituary.
I tried. Oh no, I saw the obituary. I wanted to see the death certificate.
Oh, they don't allow you to do that.
I got my
The family
husband's.
already. That was your husband. You have no legal right to see
I'm
your
a sister.
sisters.
No.
Does she have a husband?
Yeah.
Her third one.
Okay, but he's still legally her husband, and they only give him 3 copies of a death
I
certificate.
know.
Now, you could call the funeral home. They might give you the information without even thinking twice.
It's just
Sometimes
such a
people
shock.
just, that's what I mean, though. It's like something that's there.
Because our aunt, well, my aunt, she, even though she was a nurse and she ran,
She was hired as a nurse. She was.
She
vice
ran, like, the
president
hospital.
of surgery for West Penn Hospital.
Wow, that's a great job.
and she was against COVID and vaccine. And
She
that's what
refused to
that's
get
what did her in.
shots.
Okay. Her name's Sherry. Sherry, honey, did you pass away from COVID? She said COVID pneumonia.
I'm sorry?
COVID pneumonia.
Is that a thing?
Yes, ma'am. When you get COVID, if it settles in your lungs,
Yeah, it fills you up, and sometimes you won't even notice till it's already halfway filled.
Lynette said her one aunt felt like that she was drowning in
that's
Yeah.
what you feel like. You can't cough it up. And they did try to save her. She was sick for, from what I can tell, 2 to 3 weeks.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all. My friend was only sick 5 days and died. She had a heart condition.
She was still alive.
But she was
Honey,
stubborn.
That's the thing. The vaccine, they say, prevents you from dying, but it doesn't stop you from getting it.
I know.
And
Charan
not only
had
that,
it
she
too.
was in a hospital.
And she didn't get the vaccine.
And see, legally, you had to work in a hospital.
Well, she retired
She
right
had
before that.
retired.
Well, she got COVID from somebody.
Oh yeah, she was a social butterfly.
Yeah, she was
She
everywhere.
was also a real estate agent. Maybe
Maybe that's where she picked it up. But what she got it from, and here's the bad part. Being a nurse, she should have knew. She thought she had a cold. And like the regular flu. She never, it just settled in her chest. Her heart was bad, and that's what took her.
She had open heart surgery around.
Did she have a child?
And she had 2. That's 2.
Are they both living, or?
Yeah.
Because she has a child with her on the other side. So I don't know whose baby that is. It could be anybody in your family.
A baby on the other side.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be hers.
Could be Jeff's aborted baby.
Whoever miscarried or lost a baby. And the worst part is her husband got everything.
He did?
Well, he's the husband. Legally.
He's her 3rd husband. I would just like to know why. I mean, they left my whole family out of the obituary.
Yeah. Well, he's
Why?
who wrote it.
Huh?
He's who wrote it, her husband.
He wrote it?
That's who they asked. The kids are allowed to have input, but you know what I mean? He's who writes it. They ask the spouse always to do it. Honey,
No, you relieved my mind.
well, like I said, he's the one he's who said it. Were her girls in touch with you or her kids ever? So they just wrote it up whatever he said. I'll be honest, I don't know if either one of them was close to her when she died.
Her kids?
Yeah,
I doubt it.
because she was with him. Let me ask her.
I'm sorry?
Let me ask here.
Sherry, did your husband inherit everything? She said she left something to her kids.
She had a son or daughter.
So they both got
And they're both train wrecks.
money. They got money, like it's a trust. Like whatever it is, they couldn't get it all at once. And she had an excellent job, and she saved money. But like her retirement, he gets it. It's a 401, so that all goes to him. Looks to me like they both got $10,000 or $20,000 life insurance policies. She was a smart person.
Oh, she was brilliant.
She was, but she also was a person who, how should I say it? She just didn't want to ever be alone.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the reason why she married. Can you... I just want to show her a picture. Can you...
Can you pull it up for me?
Charan Shepherd.
Yeah.
S-H-E